Hi from Miami. Sorry if I sound a little hoarse. I just finished the training here and I'm on the 31st floor of a building. I wanted to talk about transitions and emotions. And I've been fortunate enough to, in my early 20s, to have been introduced to a brilliant book called Transitions by William Bridges. And isn't it funny that bestsellers of back when that had amazing content but don't come from famous authors like Covey and people like that, is that they're forgotten. They're not appearing on Oprah, so the general public doesn't know. They're not appearing in the top 100 best, most inspirational books of all time. But yet there's so many brilliant books out there. And William Bridges is one of them. It simplifies the emotions that come with transition or change. There's two types of changes in essence. The ones that we want and the ones that we don't want, the ones that just happen to us. There is a predictability where it comes to the emotions that we have. So let me give you what those are. They are crucial to know as a coach, but they're extremely beneficial to also use for your own life. So what's the first phase of transition? The first phase is letting go of the old. The old situation, whether we choose to move away from it or we're forced to move away from it, that's habit. It's we have unconscious competence in things being that way. The surrounding is familiar, the people are familiar, whether we like them or not, whether we love them or not. This is what we're used to. And we have to let go of that. So that the feelings that come here are often a sense of sadness, maybe even a sense of anger, a sense of discomfort, of letting go, of grief. Now, if it's like someone you love is dying, of course, letting go, that phase becomes much harder. And it comes with a lot of sadness. If it's about you losing the job that you loved and you got made redundant, you may notice that people keep wanting to call the colleagues that are still out there and want to hear how shitty it is over there still. They're holding on. Rather than updating their LinkedIn and finding a new network to find a new job, they're still hanging out with the colleagues of the company that didn't want them anymore. In essence, letting go, anger, grief. This period is much shorter if it's something that we wish. It can be much shorter. Some of you who are parents, you may have noticed that even though becoming pregnant with your first child was exciting and amazing, it also took some time to let go of your old self, the self that wasn't a mom and wasn't a dad, with freedom to go anywhere you want on anytime you want it, and travel and do whatever you wish. So it's letting go. It comes with a sense of discomfort, sadness, anger. The second phase is in essence also a little bit of a yucky emotional phase as well. Why is that? Well, let's say the moment that we realize that the old is gone, but the new is not there, it's like we may not know what we want, or we do know what we want, we dream of something, we don't know how to start it, or is this really, it's scary. It's scary, it feels unnerving, it's unstable ground, and we start to second guess yourself. Now what? Well, what if I fail? And what if? Anxiety, frustration, confusion, insecurities, your self-esteem, if it's already low, it will flare here. You may get a sense of panic, may start to claw at, I'll reduce my rates, or I'll do anything, all those different things, and it feels very unnerving to be in this phase. That's a neutral phase. And then the third phase. The third phase is you start the new. You start to get into action. The first steps are completed in that new thing that you're after. And that starts to feel with a sense of motivation and a sense of go for it. And then you can sort of see how by actually starting your new goal that you see a new future, and you can future pace yourself and see, hear, and feel what you will the moment when you get that. So knowing that, when you know that these are the logical emotions that come with transition, and you know that the third phase cannot start unless the second phase ends, and the first phase ends before that, you can have this conscious awareness. As long as I don't close off the old, I cannot move to the second phase. So as long as you keep talking to the colleagues of that other company that doesn't want you anymore, you're holding on. You're holding on to where you were let go of. As long as you get stuck in this old relationship, you will not move on to the new relationship. If you get stuck in the old habits and you mourn the fact that you can no longer eat these foods or have this life, you will remain stuck. It's the same thing in grief. The more that you keep thinking about the loss of this person and how you want that person back, rather than turning them into a resource that you can take with you the rest of your life and be amazing, easier said than done, don't get me wrong. But you have to move out of that phase. You have to do what you can. You may have to process the emotion in any way that you can. NLP, meditation, future pacing yourself as to what what you can have in the future. Then you need to move yourself out of the second phase as well. This is where people get stuck. I don't know what to do. I must have a ready-made plan. I don't know exactly what my life with meaning and purpose is. Yeah, you just get to start on something. If you haven't figured out what you want to do within 24 hours, and you've consulted people about it and you still don't know, or you're too scared, all you can do is just start. Start on something. Start on trying something new or implementing the new. You can always change your mind later if you wish to. What you cannot do is stay scared, balancing in this confusion of what if I fail? What if I get to work? All your obstacles always need to come with an action verb. Otherwise, the obstacle remain a wall that you're going to be hiding behind that whole time. You need to go over the wall, you need to go through the wall, and the only way that you can do that is through action. And then you get to be into the third phase. And like I said, you can change your mind. If you don't like that new job, you can quit it and find a new job. If you don't like that coaching niche, you can quit it and find that other coaching niche. You need to make sure that the landscape keeps changing. That's all.